Hi, Randy Orr with Berkshire Hathaway and the Orr Group here in Laguna Niguel, California. So to be very honest, I don't think Laguna Niguel's claim to fame are a lot of great restaurants, but I do have three: breakfast, lunch, and dinner that I highly recommend. Do you want to know what they are? Stay tuned. I'm going to tell you. All right, let's start with breakfast. My favorite and my family's favorite is the original Pancake House. Not to be confused with that Hoppy Pancake House, that's not the one. This is the original Pancake House. They have about 150 locations across the United States. We're fortunate to have one right here in Laguna Niguel. My wife, Doreen, her favorite are the 49ers. It's a regular pancake size, except they're ultra thin, almost crepe-like, and it comes with a doublet of whipped butter on top. It's really delicious. She often goes with a group of girlfriends for morning breakfast there, and the group favorite is the Dutch Baby. It's over the top big and puffy when it comes out of the oven, and they rush it to your table so that it's in that, it tends to simmer down a little bit, but they bring it to your table all puffed up and everything. It's not quite as flavorful, I don't think, as the 49ers because it's so puffy and airy, but it's a very impressive presentation of a big oversized pancake. The house favorite, I think, is the apple pancake. It is absolutely delicious. Very sweet, very gooey, sticky, if you will. I have tasted it. I've never ordered it myself, but plenty of people do, and it's really sweet and delicious. So if you like the sweet stuff, that would be my recommendation. If you want something puffy and airy, it's the Dutch Baby. And if you want a traditional pancake but super thin, really flavorful, go for the 49ers. They have a kids menu. My grandkids love, and especially my granddaughter Hutton, they love the chocolate chip pancakes. I've tasted those too. Super sweet, really good. Does belong on the kids menu. It's really sweet, but the kids love it, and it's really good. I tend to stick to the omelets, not fried in a fry pan. It's baked in an oven, so it gets kind of elevated and airy too. So very impressive breakfast. We really like it as a family. So that would be my number one selection for favorite breakfast place in Laguna Niguel. All right, let's talk about lunch. This was a dinner runner-up, but because the dinner place that I'm going to tell you about in a moment is so special, I moved this to lunch, but it could be a dinner place, and the dinner place could be a lunch place, but because of the elegance that I will share with you of the dinner place, keeping it a secret, I'm going to talk about lunchtime first. Let's talk about Calo Kitchen and Tequila Bar. It is a upscale Mexican restaurant with a beautiful interior, very upscale bar, double-sided bar, and it does get quite busy with a lot of socializing around the bar during mealtime, both lunch and dinner. The chips that they start with are delicious. They're fresh, they're hot. The salsa is a roasted salsa. They serve it with a bean dip, but I highly recommend ordering the guacamole in addition to the complimentary chips and salsa. My wife, Doreen, her favorite are the fish tacos. They are delicious. They used to have shrimp tacos on the menu, and that was my favorite. They've since taken it off, but if you ask, they will make you shrimp tacos as well. Made the same way, just shrimp instead of fish. On the menu are shrimp taquitos. My wife Doreen and I, that's one of our favorites to start with, along with the guacamole and the chips. The enchiladas, the entrees like enchiladas and burritos are also very delicious. Definitely worth ordering. So my number one lunch place is Calo Kitchen and Tequila Bar. You will not be disappointed. All right, let's finish up with dinner. A very special dinner place for me is Bottega Angelina. It used to be another restaurant years ago, and they closed it for a period of about 2 years for a major remodel. The renovations supposedly cost over $7 million, and when you walk in, you're gonna absolutely believe it. It reminds me a little bit over the top, kind of Las Vegas, but very beautiful, not ostentatious, just absolute elegance inside. The bar is very impressive. It's a big square bar, I believe served on 2 or 3 sides, and it's very, very busy. A lot of socializing going on around the bar, but definitely an upscale feeling bar. The restaurant on the inside, again, is very, very beautiful, and better than the interior is the food. The food is absolutely delicious. My wife and I often sit at the pizza bar because they have an imported pizza oven that has a history and a story behind it. And I don't recall exactly what it is, but it was a lot to get it here from Italy and a lot to install it in the restaurant. So a very special place to sit and have your pizza made right in front of you. So kind of a fun place. You're probably good with a walk-in for the pizza bar, but for the restaurant, I highly recommend reservations. They get very busy, especially on the weekends, Friday, Saturday evenings. You probably won't be able to get a table without a reservation, and frequently during the week, the same thing. The entrees are very good. They have everything from steak to fish, and especially the pastas. Pastas being my favorite. I haven't had a pasta there that I don't like. They're absolutely delicious. But again, for people who don't want pasta, you can order steaks, which are very impressive. They have a big tomahawk steak, and they have a lot of fish entrees as well. And the salads that are presented at Bottega Angelina are beautifully presented, and they are very delicious. And not to be outdone by the desserts, which are also a beautiful presentation and really good to end the meal. So don't forget the salads and don't forget the desserts. When you walk in the restaurant, you walk in and there's a mercado, a little gift and pastry and market area where you can buy small gifts. Everything there is from Italy, from the pasta to the jar sauce to the gifts that they have in the gift shop. Everything prepared from the kitchen are products from Italy. They are very, very particular about making sure everything is represented from Italy. So that's a big one for Bottega Angelina. The outside patio is a great place to dine. During the afternoon, it was an alternative for me for lunch, but I chose to do Calo for lunch and Bottega Angelina for dinner, just because of the beautiful special evening that you could have there. But the outside patio is really beautiful. It does have an ocean view. They have outdoor heaters for when it gets chilly. You can sit underneath the heaters. They even have a lounge area where if you just want to sit and have a drink or have some appetizers, that would be an area that you could do that easily. So number one recommendation for dinner, Bottega Angelina, you won't go wrong. So although we don't have a lot of good restaurants, Laguna Beach is just north of us, about 10 minutes up the coast if you want a large selection of restaurants. But if you want to stay local, breakfast is the original Pancake House. Lunch is Calo Kitchen and Tequila Bar. And for dinner and a special evening, visit Bottega Angelina. All in Laguna Niguel, all not to disappoint. Randy Orr with Berkshire Hathaway, changing lives one home at a time. In this case, changing lives one meal at a time.